Hi there, welcome to One Shot or Not, as brought to you by AFL. I'm Petra Skelton. I was pleasantly invited to GM a session of the Dune RPG. Before we get started though, before rolling, I'd like to start by recognizing that today we have the privilege of working, playing, and creating on the traditional territories of the Squamish Nation, and that we encourage everyone watching to research and comment in the chat about what territories you're watching us from. Before we get started, this is my first game for AFL. Everybody else here has a variety of experience with the system. Bev, I think specifically you have played the system before.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think that was back in July.
Excellent. Everyone else is a relative newbie to the system, and that's great, because I am too.
I am by no means a veteran.
You count as one here.
Oh, crap. We're hooped.
So we're going to get started. Going around the table, if everyone can just introduce themselves and say who their character is.
My name is Heliotropis. I'm an infiltrator, and I'm of the faction Bene Gesserit.
Okay.
I am of the same faction, and today I'm playing Kryja, an empath. And my name is Roz.
Hi again, I'm Bev, and I'm playing Tylin, our duelist. Yes, our duelist in our group of Bene Gesserits.
Fantastic.
I'm Victoria. I'm also a part of the Bene Gesserit Sisterhood. I'm playing Hepasis, the courtier.
Excellent. As you can see, we have a whole table full of Bene Gesserit. And so I think with no further ado, we'll get right into it. So we're going to start the game with a small flashback. This is before you've left on the mission. This is when you are at a space that is as much within your own minds as it is a physical location. So many of you have learned to internalize it as many different things. A chessboard comes to mind. You've seen literal duels. You've seen duels of words. You've seen duels of dreams. You've seen Reverend Mothers give the pain test. But here, today, on this day, you were given an auspicious mission from a Reverend Mother. All of you were gathered together from the various regions you were located in. Whether or not you were serving a house prior, that didn't matter. You were told to leave. All of you gave your explanations, gave your reasons, and you returned to the Bene Gesserit. So we'll start there with the Bene Gesserit Mother Superior talking to all of you and giving you the mission. So all of you are gathered together. She is draped in thick robes. Remembering this feels odd because sometimes you remember mist in the room. Other times you can't pick out color. And other times it almost felt like you had to squint because the colors were too bright. But the Reverend Mother, when she welcomed you in and gathered you all together, she told you that there is a house that has gone against the works of the Bene Gesserit. They've threatened everything we have worked towards. And so it is with regret that that house must die. Every single one of you will go together to Oneron Prime and will wipe out House Cormorant. I do not care how this is done. None of them can survive. None of their works can survive. If this costs you your lives, then that is my regret. But then it costs you your lives. And we pull from that moment to the current moment. When you're aboard a ship, far from there, just outside of Oneron Prime, in the orbit of a long-dead moon, cracked apart during the Butlerian Jihad. It was given as a false gift to House Cormorant, a lesser house within the Empire. No resources to speak of. No volumes of people or followers. Just a cracked moon destroyed by a mad titan. So, you all arrive at Oneron Prime. You're orbiting it in this moment, and as you're looking at it, you can see that there are small structures dotting it. Obviously, refineries, mining installations. But one stands out as the crown jewel. There's a vast structure that is the seat of House Cormorant. So as you're standing there, having arrived within that orbit, looking down on the seat of power of House Cormorant, how do you want to go at this?
So to destroy House Cormorant, we have to destroy the whole family, or just like the seat of power?
So you've been specifically told to wipe them out and their works. So their works, maybe they're talking about specifically about what they've accomplished on the planet. Maybe they've done something else. Maybe they have a new child, which would be very regrettable. But regardless, you have to figure this out. So,
Do we know what they were mining?
So, do you have a roll you'd like to make to see if you can think about that?
I am less less smart and more stabby. So somebody else might want to take this one, but maybe truth. Can I roll for truth?
Yes, you can.
And
Truth and what skill?
4 dice. I'll go for understand. So that's 2 4s.
Fantastic.
So
Yep.
8 dice?
8 dice. Do you need more dice?
No, I'll just roll these twice.
Fantastic.
Jump in while she's.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, dear sisters, I think since this might be our last day or night in the universe, we should get a lay of the land and see if there's anything interesting here that we might enjoy ourselves with before we all murder and probably perish.
Are we alone?
It's just you. There's a Mentat and a Spacing Guild agent who's here. They aren't going to get in your way. They know better.
Am I peppering this Mentat then for? Well, he's got like a computer for a brain. We can.
Yeah, this is more to see if there's anything you specifically remember, but yeah, you can definitely do that as well.
Beautiful.
Did you succeed, by the way?
Yeah, I got a 2.
Okay, so you got a single 2?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll count that as a success anyways, because I didn't give you a goal number. That's my bad.
I didn't ask for one, so it's my bad too.
But I imagine this means for your character, because you said you're more stabby and less thinky, maybe this helps you realize that you can ask the Mentat for specific information about what to target.
Yeah, I think I will approach the Mentat and I will. Do he and I have a history, or they and I have a history?
No, they're an asset of the Bene Gesserit. They've served them in several different instances, but they're not anyone of note. They're just kept as a functionary.
All right. I will approach the Mentat and I will say, Mentat, my friend, what do they call you?
Coleman.
Coleman, I seek knowledge on House Cormorant.
House Cormorant. They had strong mining aspirations here. They came up with nothing, yet gained wealth somehow through trades with other houses. They are hosting a social gathering tonight. No reason given, but friends, allies have been invited to their main house.
Convenient for us.
Yes.
Sisters, I told you this is exactly what we need. One last night on the town before brutally slaughtering everyone in sight.
Crash the party, extinguish all the family members and their associates. I think that counts as their works, correct?
Yeah. How do we make sure that our approach is not a suspicious one?
Luckily, we have our courtier here who can probably smooth talk us in.
They should be privileged to have a group of Bene Gesserit visiting.
Exactly. So all you'll have to do is make the appropriate landings. I will direct this Spacing Guild agent to do so. And once we have landed, all you need to do is announce yourself, and you should have no problem entering.
How many family members are there in the house?
And they think to themselves for a moment and go, there are 2 direct descendants, direct members of the bloodline that remain. One who is a member of the house but not a member of the bloodline, and then a bodyguard. So the patriarch of the house is Argan Cormorant, former military man, many conquests, retired due to an injury. His son, Dwinick Cormorant, also attempted soldiery, retired quicker than his father. The member of the house that's not related is Zahn of Cormorant. The bodyguard is... I don't have a name for them.
A guard.
And there was a Bene Gesserit assigned.
Are they still there?
No contact was able to be reached.
So she's a
Pathetic.
member of our sisterhood. She would have gotten a similar call that we received, correct?
Or she has ignored it.
Her name is Sister Myrgo.
She better not have forgotten us.
Would you like me to tell them to make the landing?
Yes, please.
Bows and immediately moves to do so. And the ship descends upon Oneron Prime.
I think it would be better if we don't all appear and show all of our strength at once. Showing up as 4 sisters, although they probably already know, that doesn't leave anything in the hint of surprise for us. So I think I should infiltrate as a member of staff instead.
I'll join you in that. Divide the group.
Good thinking. So I'll introduce myself. Would you like to come with me?
Excellent.
Have a
Okay.
particular skill set associated with making sure that the information you receive as you're dealing with them is truthful.
Good.
Okay, perfect. So it sounds like we have a plan.
Brilliant.
All right.
Okay, so with that in mind, before we get into this, because it's about to get really interesting because the party decided to split up, I really want to acknowledge someone that really worked to craft the experience that we're all going to get to share, which would be Chris Myrdock, who's live mixing all of this music. I think this is incredibly important to mention because this game would not be what it is without Chris. He has absolutely killed it.
Thank you, Chris.
Loving it. Loving it.
Okay, so you descend down to Oneron Prime. You're expecting it to be desolate, there to be nothing, but as you lower down close to atmosphere, there is atmosphere as dappled rain starts hitting your ship as you descend. Further and further towards, you see other ships starting to land as well. They pay you no mind, obviously. They do give you a wide berth, but that's to be expected. But again, the rain just dappling down upon the ship. And you realize that this atmosphere is so dense, so thick, possibly manufactured, that it must only rain here on Oneron Prime. No sun to really speak of. So you land, and how do you want to exit? So I assume the 2 of you that are going to do sneaky, tricksy stuff want to kind of get out after the other 2 have exited the ship?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm familiar enough with everything to know if this is possible, but I don't necessarily want to split far away from the group. I just don't want to reveal who I am right away.
Oh, definitely. So you also have an item, I believe, that can help you in that.
Is it the hood?
Yes, it is the hood. So
You should be wearing that.
So what it does, it's actually like a mask. So it's like a face mask. Once you put it on, what it does is it makes you look like multiple different people. So you never look like the same person twice to a person. So it's perfect for blending into a place.
Perhaps we're traveling with some aids, some assistance for yourself.
Right.
I could masquerade as our Space Guild agent, and we could say our ship had mechanical misfunctions, but we don't trust their mechanics to work on it because I have my people on it. So we just needed a spot to sit tight while those repairs were happening, perhaps? That way I can
We are
stay.
here with the intention to attend this event.
Okay.
But I think if you want to establish a connection with any of the other people around who are less associated with the noble house and ask some questions and then approach to meet us.
Yeah. Happy to do that.
And sisters, I will carry your bags for you. As everyone knows, people ignore the servants. And I'll follow close behind, but perhaps, trade some gossip with the local staff here at the house.
But don't get too distracted. Remember why we're here.
Would I get distracted, sisters? Come now.
So as you are disembarking the ship, your Spacing Guild agent, you notice, shudders. And I'd like to thank Capri Smith 7 for redeeming Spice's life. The Spacing Guild agent is now going on quite a trip and will not be, they're mostly a nerd to it, but he's going to enjoy the span of time that maybe the entire time you're there in the place, or it might be the next 2 minutes.
Using passive scrutiny, which is one of my talents, do I recognize any other houses?
Okay, that's an excellent question. So you do notice as you are entering, like as you're approaching the gates, you see several smaller, House Cormorant is a lesser house. They're not like the mighty House Atreides or House Harkonnen. They did someone a favor way back when, and so they were granted a house. The houses that are here, smaller than that. So don't have the same illustrious history, definitely hungry for it. You curiously, because of your ability, you do notice that there's no Spacing Guild agents.
But we came with a Space Guild agent?
Yeah, but what I mean is they've sent no representatives,
Okay.
which is in itself a little bit odd.
I relay the information around the board of whoever it makes sense to based on the formation we assume as we approach.
Okay.
Okay.
So you approach the gate, and so do you want to split off after the gate or before the gate?
I think we should travel in a group still, but
Yeah.
just not as who we say we are.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow along behind them.
Yeah.
All of your bags, sisters. Why did you pack so much?
And,
So yeah, I'll stay close to Helio at the back.
and you have obvious weapons, yeah?
Just my short blades.
Are you wearing it obviously or hidden?
It's hidden.
Okay.
Both of them
Okay.
that
Excellent.
you know about.
It's more of a question of if they're going to think you're a bodyguard or if they're going to see you.
No, I'd like to make myself look as unassuming as possible.
Excellent. Yes.
Space Guild agent, is that like our ship's captain?
So ships cannot work without a member of the Spacing Guild. There are no thinking computers anymore as a result of the Butlerian Jihad. So as a result of that, they need people that can basically take spice, dilate space and time, and leap through. Basically know to make all the calculations. So without one of those agents in your ship, you can't go anywhere.
So we may have some trouble escaping here if our Space Guild agent is currently under the influence. And
They live in
they're
that
okay?
influence. Yeah.
all right,
There is not.
we'll be okay.
We also may not be escaping, so I appreciate your forethought. and optimism.
We may be here for longer than intended.
You may not be escaping, sister, but
I regret to inform all of you that someone has redeemed.
Sand.
Gabriel Hannerman has redeemed Fears the Mind Killer. So I have all the threat I can have.
Wow, that's
Fantastic.
super nice.
So such a great way to start them off.
Thanks, Gabe.
So you approach the gate. Now, as you're approaching, I'm going to cash in 2 threat,
Okay.
which will actually, I'll just say that, flip these down, and you guys now have 2 momentum,
Okay.
just so you know. So those can be cashed in as you want. But right now, what I'm going to do is, they were perfectly fine just letting everybody into the party, and then somebody, right, like 2 people before you, tried to bring in a weapon. Like, obviously. And so that's now got the guards. Now they've got to look at everybody. So by the time you get up there, they're a little bit more ornery than they normally would be. So as you approach, the guard is just up there, arms crossed.
So I think we can still go as a group at this point because we haven't met like any people that's gonna matter.
I believe, sister, that you may need to pull your weight.
I have no problem pulling my weight. So I'm gonna try to pass, and I don't want the guard to search my party because I think it's disrespectful.
Oh, excellent. Okay, cool. So what do you want to roll for that? 'Cause I'm going to make an opposing roll for this.
So I think I'll use subtle words, my talent.
Okay.
Um,
And what does subtle words do again? Remind me.
When you
And the
attempt
audience.
a communicate test and you buy 1 or more dice by spending momentum, you may create a new trait for free upon the character you have spoken to, which reflects the influence of their thoughts or mood. So I'm going to spend momentum.
Okay. So one of those is spent.
And I can make this person who's feeling ornery maybe lazy as well.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's excellent. Yep.
Yeah. So they won't want to bother.
Okay, so I'm actually going to reduce my dice pool then
Nice.
by quite a bit because they don't have a drive now, effectively. You've stripped them of their drive.
Okay, cool.
So I'm still going to need just a minor roll from you. So what drive and skill are you going to use?
Power.
Okay, so it's going to be 10 and up is going to be a success for you. This is an easy roll.
Okay, so I have a 4 in that drive, so I'll use 4 dice.
4 dice, and what skill are you using?
Communicate and charm.
Okay, and that has how many?
A 6.
So then you need 10 dice total.
All
And the
right.
additional 1 for the momentum you flipped.
Yes.
May I please borrow?
Yes, of course. Do you have a color preference?
I need 5 more.
Here.
I got.
So all of them. I got 5. Here we go. So I need to make a 10.
Yeah, so any 10s and lower are successes.
Okay, so I have a 7, 6, 6, 8, and a 7.
So 5 successes.
5 successes.
So 1 success is enough to get past this, just for reference. I didn't roll so good.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna give you guys, we're gonna get 2 extra momentum,
Rad.
and you succeed. So we'll role play this out. So the guy, he's looking crotchety and tired, and then he kind of like looks up and realizes you're all Bene Gesserit, and is like,
Rats.
Please step aside. We're here to attend the party.
yeah, you know what? It's about time for my break anyways. And he just like kind of steps aside, and the other guy next to him goes, Wait, what? No. Yeah, go in, sorry. And he nods deferentially to you and kind of steps aside.
All right, I barely look at them.
Okay, they don't give you any trouble as you enter in.
I'm very impressed, sister.
Well done.
So you enter into the house, this grand estate that's only as grand as one can imagine if your scope is very small. If you've never been in a major house, this is nothing. But it must be nice for these people. They have a small hallway that leads to a grand ballroom. Grandish ballroom, we'll call. There are people dancing, there are people talking, and there are plenty of people that work within the house kind of moving about, moving food, moving drinks, so on and so forth. So if you want to, if there any splitting off wants to happen, it can happen at this point. Otherwise, you're free to mingle.
I'd like to stop someone rushing by and ask them where I can put my things.
Okay. So someone's walking by and just, sorry.
Excuse me, yeah, I'd like to know where I can put all my stuff for these people that I carry stuff around for, actually.
Yeah,
like, where's your fancy guest room? We're gonna need one.
yes, right away. And starts leading you just to the right of the hallway and leads you to a small, like a rather sizable room, but seems to be where they're placing all these things.
Yeah. And as we're walking, I'm gonna make some small talk to try and figure out what's going on.
Okay.
And this is a big party going on down there. Accent flipping a little bit.
I love it.
The mask is doing all the work, don't worry.
It's a good thing I got this mask on. What's all this about then? Why is this big party happening? That's going weird places.
The house is throwing a party. I believe they're celebrating something. I don't know. I try not to know when I'm hired for jobs like this. I'm not one of their indentured, so I don't know the house as well as some of the other.
Oh, you don't live here then?
No, I don't. Right in here, opens the door. There's a place for you to place the bags. Is there anything else, or can I go deliver these drinks?
No, yeah, I'd like to go to the kitchen.
Okay,
I'll just follow you.
Yeah, I'll lead you. And so you go back into the hallway, and this room here is the kitchen.
Okay.
So he brings you into there, and there's a bustling kitchen happening.
Yes, I'm hoping to find somebody who isn't just a day call here. I want to know. I want to meet the people who know why we're having this party and what's been going on lately.
Okay, so on that basis, do you want to make a roll for me?
Yes. I would like, so the skill I would like to use is infiltration.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go for truth here.
Okay, yep, go ahead and
That's
roll.
my drive.
Your goal number is gonna be 5. 5 and lower.
Okay. So, oh wait, I add 7 is my truth, and then plus 5 for infiltration, I suppose?
Yes.
How that works. Okay, so then 12 altogether. That's math, I think. No, that's not math.
Everybody got full
Yes, that's
momentum.
Nice.
5.
Somebody spent, the wind is the will.
Woo!
Ooh.
So
Thank
everybody
you.
has full momentum now.
Who spent
2
it?
more, please. Thank
Jan McInnes?
Yeah,
Right,
thanks,
thank you.
Reading now is difficult.
Oh, good. Okay, so we've got a 10, a 9, a 10, a 9, a 3, a 9, a 7, a 7, a 4, a 2, a 20, and a 10. Ooh, got a 20.
3 successes, so you're full up on momentum. You can't get any more momentum at this point, but that's fine, because you definitely succeeded.
Okay.
So you managed to actually corner one of the cooks while they're working, and because of your hood, they think you're just there to pick up what they're like finishing up on.
Yeah.
And they're just fucking complaining the entire time. So you start being able to pick stuff up. So what they start going, oh God, it's bad enough that Argon wants this, and it's bad enough that Dwinick wants that, and it's bad enough. How long have you been here?
Longer than I care to be here.
You're gonna get tired of it soon, let me tell you that. Everything has to be just so. And normally, if it's an event organized by Argon or Dwinick, it's fine. But because this was organized by Zahn, it's a disaster.
Tell me about it, Zahn. Don't get me started on that guy.
Well, I hope I don't have to start you too long, because those canapes are going to him.
Thank you so much. Anything I need to know? Is there anything pissing him off a lot today that maybe I should avoid? Topics of conversation, perhaps, that are extra spicy?
He likes to talk. So I don't know if there's anything you can say that could piss him off. I wouldn't bring up the, any of the questions that keep being asked. Don't ask about the Spacing Guild.
Don't ask about the Spacing Guild. Got it. Oh man, hot topic, am I right?
First rule of Spacing Guild.
I mean, listen, I don't have time for this. You get out of here, get out of here.
Good luck, my friend.
Take the canapes.
Yes.
And
Hop behind!
And we'll go back to all of you who are currently in the party major, as it is.
All right.
So, there are a bunch of different groups kind of milling about. Some people are having minor conversations. Now, all of you, you know all their names, and it would have been easy to have also, we'll retcon this a little bit, to have gotten a physical description on all of them. So you know that Argan is a very stoic older man. Dwinick is very haunted, is the best word, and has some visible scarring on his face. Zon, think of the name Zon and imagine the person that goes with that name and who has the superlative of instead of having an actual last name, and you've got it.
So he's like Zap Brannigan. Is he wearing pants?
Definitely wearing pants. But think as opulent as you can go. This is the kind of person who would wear things that took a team to build.
Velour.
For everything they wear.
And he was the kind of extra guy, right? He wasn't part of the house?
Not technically part of the bloodline. So, knowing that, you can see that Dwinick isn't a part of any conversations right now. Dwinick is kind of off by himself. Argan is surrounded by a couple people that are talking to him. Most of them seem like older military-looking types. And then Zon is entertaining kind of the largest group.
I'd like to use passive scrutiny. What are we celebrating?
Okay, so just from listening to everybody, just kind of taking it in as you're walking through the party, everybody's talking about a big reveal. Something that the house is going to unveil tonight.
I want to keep asking. This could be the works that our Lady Superior was telling us about. I think we should try to figure out what the reveal will be before it happens.
Yeah, and definitely don't snuff anyone's life out before the reveal, because then they might not reveal what they were going to reveal. How long has it been since Helio went off to the coat room, and did I see which direction she went?
Yeah.
Or is all of this happening kind of simultaneously?
This is kind of
She's
happening
asking. Okay.
simultaneously.
So I see that Helio is leaving with the unindentured servant.
Yeah, actually, you would see Helio moving now with a plate of canapes.
Oh, you're already in and out of the kitchen.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I was gonna
melting.
follow you to the coat room.
I'm like, gonna poison the canapes. Not yet.
Perhaps you
Poison
should
canapes.
touch base with her
I like it.
and
Yes.
pursue her on her trip through the party.
All right. I would like to move swiftly towards Helio with the canapes. Has she already poisoned them?
No, I'm just trying to tell you guys I have a great plan. It's poison the canapes.
Okay, I'm gonna eat that canape. But as I do, I pass by Zon
She'll never
at
be able
all?
to poison them all.
So
Snacky.
you would both kind of reach the group that's surrounding Zon at the same time.
Okay.
You're just starting to cut. You kind of have to find a way in.
Yeah.
Because there's just a whole bunch of people. You're struggling with basically the same thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you the signal, like don't poison the canapes yet, and then I'm going to lock eyes with Zon, and I'm going to use my Pranabindu conditioning to just like lock him in. I want his attention on me, and I want him to want me, and I'm just gonna like sow that little seed.
Nice. Okay. For context for everyone, for Pranabindu conditioning thematically is because Bene Gesserit can control every part of their body. every autonomic system becomes a intention, like an intentional, I can control this. So you can slow your heart, you can like relax intense muscles, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's excellent. So what happens then is, Zahn is talking to a whole bunch of people about a bunch of different topics, and then just notices your eyes, and you get his attention. But for half a second, there's something else there in his eyes. So I have to ask, does everyone else have spice eyes? Does anybody else have the blue eyes? Not all Bene Gesserit do partake?
I do not.
I don't think I do.
Okay, does your
I'm
character?
not crying, I just have spicy eyes. No, just me, I guess.
Okay, so your character does though.
The spice eyes, that's from consuming lots of spice. So if you were like a long practicing Bene Gesserit, you would have that?
Yes.
Okay, then my character would too.
Okay. So if
I
you want to have it as well.
probably would, seeing as I feel like I indulge in many things.
It's not even just a Bene Gesserit thing, so it's not going to make you stick out. It's more just like, it's a sign of using and consuming spice. So it's an important thing for me to know.
But can you see it through the face?
No, for you, you're good.
Cool.
But there's this moment of recognition and a bit of something else. If anybody has any empathetic skills or anything like that they want to apply to this.
Are we close enough though? Because we didn't approach.
Oh, you didn't follow.
No.
Well, we entered the party.
But I didn't follow towards Zahn if we didn't. I suspect that you and I may be attempting to approach the head of the house.
Yes.
And sister, I think our best bet when we get to our approach is to ask about the other sister that I do not see here.
Absolutely.
So then can you roll?
I can roll for my drive, if I do truth, and if I do understanding as my skill, I want to figure out what that something else is. So
Yeah, do
that's
it.
8 die.
Yep, do it.
I had some momentum.
What?
Yeah.
Got some momentum.
Oh yeah, I'll take it.
Is hidden
Thank you.
motives something like that?
Yep. Should say on the second sheet you have.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 1.
Okay, so you did succeed. So I won't give you any additional details, but what you do pick up, it's disgust.
He doesn't like spicy people.
Just a little bit of disgust there. And it disappears, and he still finds you interesting. But there's a moment there where it's like, and then he's back in.
Sisters, I know what this is.
You're just talking to this one.
Canapes.
Got canapes, I'm going with it.
I'm just like, would you like a canape? Also, I think I know what's going on. I think it's this. And so, my theory, sister, doesn't. Oh, I'm assuming you've just told me he doesn't like spice eyes. And I'm gonna say back, I think the big thing that they're building is a machine, which is so not okay, ever, bad. And I think that's why the Bene Gesserit sisters have sent us here, is because they have started to create machine and machine learning again. And they would rather replace that with than the magic spice eyes. Bad.
So bad.
Canape?
Their spice must flow. We can't have that.
This is my theory.
That sounds like a reasonable theory. I think perhaps you're correct. I also
May I now poison these canapes?
Someone, while you guys are talking, while you two are talking, other people are having conversations, and that conversation was on is happening, but someone picks up that little thing that you said, a bit of it, of the machine, and they say, and you hear them saying to Zahn, so what is this thing you're building, Zahn? What is this big reveal you have? You've had us in anticipation. We came all this way. And Zahn rolls his eyes at this person who is maybe thinking a little beyond their station and goes, I told you that everyone that arrived today would be given a chance to see what we have achieved. I did not say that all of you would go in. And there's a murmur in the group. So, some of you have offered me interesting conversations. I will continue traveling through the party. I'll choose who comes and sees what we've done. what I've done.
I immediately just shove canapes in front of his face. He is not getting by me. And I'm gonna use some, I'm gonna make myself seem less socially awkward than that with some magic.
Okay.
Someone please make this real. I need it. I need lots of it.
So is it the conditioning as well? Because I've got that as a talent.
So you make yourself
Kind of
look
new.
as elegant as
Yes.
possible?
Yes.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Despite having just like gone from my friend here, shoved her out of the way and like, whipped it in front of his face, I make it look so elegant. And I say, "Canapé, dear sir."
And
Yes.
being someone that is perhaps as rich or used to being waited on as he is, doesn't even think about it. Just grabs one and like just is holding it, hasn't popped it yet. Now I have to ask, have you poisoned it?
Told me not to, so I didn't. But I'm seriously regretting this right now.
Say, if we're gonna poison them, then like don't use all of them because we're gonna need them to make the bodies hit the floor.
We need to destroy all of their works, not just the people. We need to know what their works are.
True.
That means there's multiple things, I guess.
Possibly.
Could be.
We're gonna
don't
go
know.
to you two you were circling in on Argon, as far as I was aware,
Yeah.
yes?
Yes, I want to enter the party with my sister, and I expect that we'll be noticed, and we should be respected, and go and introduce ourselves to Argon since he's the head of the house, and we've come to grace him at his party.
Okay. So making a big show about the fact that you're Bene Gesserit.
Absolutely.
Okay, so as you approach, Argon is deep in, unlike Zahn, who is talking to everyone, Argon is listening to people and is offering the occasional thing, but seems a much more patient man. So he's listening, and then he notices you two approach and goes, "Sisters,
Argon?
glad to have you here."
We're glad to be here, although we've had a little bit of a worry since we cannot communicate with our sister, who should be stationed on this sad, wet moon.
All of you go. And like, he's quiet, but there's enough of a line in there that everybody else goes, "Cool, let's find another conversation," and just dissipates. So it's just the two of you. He goes, "The sister, she left."
Can I tell if he means this mortal plane?
You want to roll?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I would like to roll truth
Okay.
and understand.
Okay. I'm going to apply 2 threat to this moment
Okay.
because somebody else might be listening.
I want to use the device, but I'll let you go first since you
Okay.
started.
Okay.
And I will steal from you.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you can
5.
say that's activated.
Yeah, I would like to activate the
Okay.
Ixion.
That's fine.
So this is my device that prevents eavesdroppers.
He nods. Okay. So
and
your
I'll-
target number is 5.
Okay, and I'll phrase it, as I hear him say the words, and I'll say, "Are you a faithful son? Tell us of her." And then I'll roll. Seven successes.
Okay. So, yeah, you blast through that. He notices. If you've ever been in the presence of an older man who is trying not to cry, someone who is experiencing extreme emotion, but through their own experience, PTSD, trauma, whatever, they've learned to bring that in and hold it in them. His jaw gets very tight and he gets very still and says, "She was I have given everything to the Emperor, to this system, and she decided to leave, and I have not seen her since. I do not blame her for her choice. But I do feel hurt by it. I'm sorry.
Argon, what did you do that made her leave?
And he doesn't say anything, but he does look towards Zahn. And then he says, I'm very sorry. With all due respect, I must go. And he leaves. Goes deeper into the party.
That does not bode well. They must have done something truly terrible.
And then we haven't heard from her, the sisterhood. I'm very suspicious of her fate. Perhaps we should approach his son.
As he's leaving, as he's exiting, you notice a telltale shudder from him as he goes like that.
Oh no.
And he exits, as he's like leaving you, he's clearly ingested spice during this moment. Spice's life was redeemed yet again.
Okay.
So far, you guys have not had it come against you yet, but now you have someone who's hopped up in Spice in the middle of a party, so it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
That one guy at the party.
So, sorry, I interrupted what you guys were talking about.
We need to question Zahn, but he seems like it's like such an ass.
Perhaps the other son will tell us about the agenda for the rest of the day so that we could make plans about whether or not we are staying the night or for how long, and if he has information for us about the flow of today's events.
Okay. We also need to, I noticed when we arrived that there are no Space Guild agents here.
And so how did our sister leave?
Exactly. So we should try to figure out what happened to the Space Guild. And I'm curious to see, maybe I've already noticed where their bodyguard is.
So I was about to say, there is something else that will trigger passive awareness.
Okay.
But specifically for the bodyguard, you have not seen them. If they're in this party, you have not seen them at all.
Am I close enough by these two that I'm in on any of this, or am I across?
Yeah, I'm assuming you're having this conversation at this point. So,
Okay.
but
As we leave, yes, coming back together, I think with yourself.
I've just got one arm out. People can help themselves.
what you notice is that as Argon leaves, his son tries to block him to have a conversation with him. His father just blasts past him.
This is Zahn or
Argon blasts past Dwinick.
Dwinick.
Yeah.
So they're the two members of the bloodline,
Yeah. Zahn is not technically a member of the bloodline.
and Zahn is the extra, and there's the guard, and there's Sister Myrgo who's missing.
Yes.
So that's 5 people we need to murder.
Well, I don't know if we have to murder our sister yet. We'll see. We'll see.
I think total
She's part of the
obliteration
house.
is best.
Total obliteration's best.
Yeah.
We should have just asked if our ship had cannons.
There you go.
Okay, sisters. Okay, cone of silence.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know if that's a thing, but
She literally has one.
oh great,
Yeah,
cone of
yeah,
silence,
yeah.
please. May I please poison these canapes now?
Not yet. I told you not to get distracted.
We need the element of surprise. We only have that for just a wee moment, and the
What
longer
about-
we hang about here
You
talking.
have such a lust, sister. But what about the element of surprise in a different way that may trigger the bodyguard to reveal themselves?
Ah, excellent. I'll blow a hole in the ceiling with my pistol.
Genuinely?
I could just smoke someone in the face.
Yeah. How can we best use this to our advantage?
Good question.
I suspect that our duelist could pull a dagger on Dwinick without him noticing, and that the bodyguard would reveal themselves instantly, and you could likely talk us down.
Or perhaps we could create a scenario where it looks like you are attacking me, and I can use my face to look like a noble person, and then no one's in real danger. And then the bodyguard. Although, would the bodyguard
That
care?
kind of puts me in
yeah.
a little bit of danger, maybe like a little bit in the...
I suspect the bodyguard would only act if it were Dwinick. Possibly not even Zahn.
But
Yes.
we can make the ruse that
Better
we
yet.
demand to see our sister.
Or better yet, I punch you in the face. And then, but we do it like out of everybody's eyesight, and then I drag you and be like, oh, someone punched a space nun! What is this bullshit? Gods! Let's do that. I'm excited.
Again, I think the bodyguard specifically won't react if it's not Dwinick. But I like...
that could be the excuse for why she attacks Dwinick.
So you should punch him in the face because your mask is going to be somebody different. So you punch him in the face, you run around a corner, then you run back around the same corner you just ran around and be like, are you okay? Your face is bloody. But you look like a different person. And we can be like, well, we'll get you to the bodyguard and you can...
Sister, you really want to punch me in the face?
Yeah.
No, you're punching him in the face in this. There's just face punching that needs to happen. Let's go.
Was it her canopy?
I'm sorry, sisters.
Oh.
Can I get your attention? Sorry. And you notice that Dwinick has very quietly, slowly walked.
Oh my god.
It's like real sad boy hours. Like we're talking like Adam Driver sad boy.
Oh, I really
Right?
like him already.
Just,
Baby boy. You'll die last.
sorry. Did you talk to my father? Yes.
Yes?
What did you? Is there news of Sister Myrgo?
Sister Myrgo is, his blood sister?
No, would actually be closer to his mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do my sexy thing on him?
She's referred to as Sister Myrgo because she's a member of the Bene Gesserit order.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
The best. That's Bev's sexy thing.
Argon was just telling us
That's just
about why she left and about the great works that you've been doing. However, he had to leave because he got emotional.
there's no great works. It's just a toy.
A toy, like a machine.
Zahn came in here and managed to convince my father to spend all of our house's resources on building it.
Like an AI machine.
It's a ship. That's all
Is
I
it
know.
capable of faster than light travel?
Listen, I don't know. It's a ship. It looks like ships. All I know is that it's taken everything we have. That and this party, and we don't have a single bit of influence or power to our name.
I noticed that there's no one from the Space Guild here, so how does the ship run?
I don't know. Zahn knows. For some reason he wouldn't let us reach out to the Spacing Guild, said it wasn't unimportant.
When
Your father said... Oh, sorry.
I was going to ask, when was the last time you saw Sister Myrgo?
2 months after Zahn arrived.
And your father says there's a bodyguard who may have information for us. Can you lead us to him?
The bodyguard is mine.
Does he know about our sister?
I can assure you, you do not want to speak to my bodyguard.
I can speak to the bodyguard.
Is he like a bodyguard or more like a handler?
Come with me and I'll take you away from the party and you can speak there, but I can't have her out in the party. You'll understand when you talk to her.
Should one of us stay
I
behind
would go
for the
with
big reveal?
him.
Yeah.
I'll stay behind and watch Zapper Zod brought again.
Well, it's funny because
Zahn Brownigan.
as you say that and Dwinick starts leading the rest of you away, you feel a slight tap on your shoulder. And you
Oh,
turn,
I know who this is.
And Zahn is there. That turn was amazing.
Did I do it? Did I do
That was good. That was very
And then I
good.
wrecked it. Damn
You
it.
know what? Get a discipline or determination.
Oh!
Yeah, gain one for that, because that was amazing.
Thank you.
You should have one already because of the Canopy Gambit. That was incredible.
The Canopy campaign?
Canopy Gambit.
Even better, like
So
Canopy
good.
campaign, yeah. Alliteration is always better than not, right?
Right. Oh no, I'm awkward Aaron all over again. Oh my god, I'm getting sweaty. What do I do?
Well, you
There's
have-
a man talking to me. What do I do?
You have complete control over all of your sweat glands.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
I was wondering when you'd come and talk to me.
Everyone else here is a variety of boring and just interesting enough to not be boring. You seem interesting.
I was thinking the same about you.
What brought you here?
The party.
Just the party.
Your reputation precedes you as an interesting person. To the point where this alleged man of innovation and creativity has caught the attention of the Bene Gesserit.
Well, that's good to know. I would ask that you perhaps, in a couple minutes, join me at the back of the ballroom.
Well, it's a little public, isn't it? Not? Okay. You strike me as an exhibitionist. No, strike that from the record. Never. Yeah.
He kind of chuckles and goes, "No, I'm bringing a small group to see the work."
You seemed like you might appreciate a sense of humor. So I said that. Yeah, really, that was all intentional. And yes, I would love to join you at the back of the ballroom. But I say it without laughing and without blushing and with 30% less body sweat.
That's fine.
Sorry, Myrdock.
This is incredible.
great.
Will anybody tell you what
Actually moist. Good thing I took my hood off, but not moist like that.
I didn't mean hide. You look fantastic. Give yourself a little biscuit.
Okay.
While our
this is-
sister is engaged,
Yes.
I want
should
to
travel with.
I want to go with Dwinick.
I don't want to leave my sister all alone.
Go! Oh my god!
I want to watch this trash fire burn brightly.
Oh my God. You do get one comment from Zahn, and yeah, I'll give you this instead of I'm giving you another determination. He laughs when he catches the innuendo and says, considering it's not my bed, I'd have to speak to someone else about that. And he exits the conversation.
This guy sleeps in the ballroom. I don't know what's going on.
Yep.
So, just the two of you, or?
Just the two of us.
Okay, so you join Dwinick to an adjacent little hallway, to a stairwell, all that. It's far enough away from the party. And he crosses his arms and just says, "You can come out. I know you're here." And then it's like all of the sound drops out of the room. And you know how when you're dreading someone approach, you hear footsteps? This isn't like something you're imagining, because you start hearing tapping and scraping of metal on tile and wall.
We both have passive scrutiny. Have we heard this sound before?
Maybe in your nightmares. I don't know. Like this is weird. Like maybe in an industrial setting, you don't know. And despite this, Dwinick seems bothered by the noise, but not in a way like he's unfamiliar with it, more like he's dreading what's about to happen. And finally, someone is there. They've turned a corner in a hallway, and you notice that they're lazily dragging a long blade across very nice walls, and that's what the sound's been the entire time. They're wearing what looked like a fine gown, tattered but with mixed in black habits of a Bene Gesserit.
Oh no.
And they also are moving with the gait of someone who is kind of inebriated, their eyes lolling about.
And colored?
No.
Okay.
They actually, no, yeah, yes. And they connect with the two of you and say, hello, doing it. And her skin it's like if a child tried to do makeup on themselves, but like as a pantomime of a clown. They just say, hello, Dwinick. Who are you?
She seems altered, so it makes me wonder if she's Sister Morgo, but in an altered state, especially with the pantomime makeup on. So I want to use hyper awareness
Okay.
to observe her. I'm going to spend momentum. So I get to ask 2 questions. So is this our Bene Gesserit sister?
There is a Bene Gesserit connection, but it's not your sister.
Okay.
Next question.
Okay. Are they being controlled?
Ooh, good question. Yes. Yes. The answer to that is yes.
Okay.
So they say, and they're about to say something more, and Dwinick goes, please don't be rude, just introduce yourself. And she makes a pantomime of a bow and goes, hello. My name is Broken Black Diamond. I'm his bodyguard.
Are you?
Nuns are here. There's more than 2 of you here, aren't there?
How did you come to be Dwinick's bodyguard?
That's a good question. I don't know, I've always been. Dwinick, you want to field this one? And Dwinick just kind of shudders a little bit and says, she was my sister.
Why do you use the past tense, Dwinick?
His eyes widen at that question, and like he kind of looks back at her and back at you. My sister hasn't been herself for a long time.
And the siblings. Who's your mother? Say it, Dwinick. We already know.
Sister Myrgo.
Damn, Sister Myrgo.
Now, is there anything else I can do, or can I please send her away?
What do you think we're here for?
Who are you asking, Dwinick or Blood?
Dwinick.
Okay, so.
Although if she answers, we're receptive.
Okay, cool. So he's about to answer, and she says, we're probably here to kill everybody, if I'm guessing. And Dwinick just goes, ignore her. She sees everything as a threat. I don't know, I thought you were here to figure out what happened to Sister Myrgo, or to tell us, convey a message.
Broken Black Diamond, why do you think we would kill you all? What have you done?
It's not what I've done. I don't think the Bene Gesserit has a problem. The black fancy nuns have a problem with killing. It's not a problem with killing. It's a problem with doing things. I haven't done things. I've been here.
But you've killed things.
Of course. Of course. Kill things. It kills time. You're here for Zahn. Fancy jacket man.
What do you think of Zahn?
I think I just said. All his good elements are on his person.
What if I told you I've obtained an illicit recording? What do you think's on it?
Don't tell Dwinick, he doesn't know yet. And Dwinick just kind of like looks really uncomfortable with that. What? Sorry, what? A recording of what?
I think you two should show us the ship now.
Zahn's about to reveal it to everyone, right? Bring us.
Okay. Can I send her away?
Absolutely not. We're having fun.
Okay.
I'm just obsessed with
And
this role playing right now.
And he just says, fine, then we're gonna have to take a side way to the hangar.
Who would not welcome your own sister to this party?
My father's ashamed of her. I think Zahn doesn't care enough to be ashamed. He just doesn't like what she is being seen.
Your father should be ashamed of himself.
He should be ashamed of a lot of things. So, do you guys want to basically follow him, right?
Absolutely.
That's the goal?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think, sisters, we should have come up with some sort of emergency procedure
I think we're
to communicate.
We're all gonna end up like at the ship one way or another. Hopefully we get there first.
There might be multiple ships.
Oh.
Okay, so you all start convening at this point, and for time-wise, we're still looking good. So far, you haven't killed anyone, which is impressive.
Means I'm not doing my job.
Hey, everybody can die at once. It's fine. There are ways to make that happen. But I'm very impressed with how everybody has been playing. Everybody has really cool characters.
Thank you.
Just wanted to say that.
Broken Black Diamond is amazing.
Yeah.
And I love this
Obsessed.
sad boy.
Sounds like Rihanna song.
It's like Tim Burton meets Helsing. So into it.
It's my I have to thank Alan for helping me come up with some of this stuff for Broken Black Diamond. But yeah, so we'll continue on from here. So it's at this point that you guys all start kind of moving in the same area. Where Dwinick is moving you. At this point, the party is starting, not really dying down, but enough people are being kind of culled from the herd for this that it's only a small group when you reach there. You two to meet Zahn. Yes, okay. And you two with Dwinick and Broken Black Diamond. So, here's a funny thing.
Uh-oh, I know what this is.
You're with Zahn,
Oh, no I don't.
and so Zahn's in front of you.
Okay.
You're looking this way, down this hallway, and you see these two coming down with Dwinick, which wouldn't be a problem, and then like probably one of the scariest people you've seen, just walking kind of around them. Yeah, it's for you because you're a trained duelist and warrior. Other people have the different fear reactions to this. For you, it's more of like you can recognize a threat.
Okay.
You have fought enough people, you've probably killed enough people to know the difference between the two.
Brilliant. This could work in our favor. Do I have any way of communicating with them without people hearing?
Not really.
I wish I had voice.
So everybody starts gathering together. Zahn has not noticed you guys are there. And with his small little group, he holds up an Ixian device, kind of like you have. And he makes a big show of hitting the button.
Oh.
He says, now we come to my favorite part of the evening, everyone, where I get to show you what I've been working on. The great work. So if everybody will join me now. However, we're gonna make this interesting. There are 4 of you here that don't belong.
Excuse me, I'm a servant.
And he's not looking at the 4 of you, but there are about
play it cool. Shut
there are about 12 people here. You don't know if he's saying it to be funny,
It's a third of the group.
but he says 4 of you don't belong. Now I will give you, let's say, 5-6 minutes to figure out who doesn't belong. Get them to leave.
Can I please kill him? This man is very annoying.
How to reveal the thing? We can't kill him right now.
Yeah, I'm sure we can figure it out without him.
I'm using my wiles. Just like let me wild.
He's about
Okay,
to
so
kill
this
everyone.
is an amazing conversation that happens with a sleep tug, and then a slap, and then this is a tiny slap fight. This entire conversation.
Yeah.
Slap the canapes right out of your hand.
And I catch them just as they fall back down and give you a really
Oh, that Pranabid knew. Okay.
So does anybody want to look at the other people that are gathered and try and figure this out?
I would like to look with my spicy eyes at the other people in the room.
Okay, so you can make a roll. You have passive awareness.
Yeah. Passive scrutiny,
wait.
right?
Yeah, passive scrutiny.
Yeah, I want to know who doesn't belong, but I also want to blend in.
Okay.
So I want to use hidden motives. So if someone's trying to read me and thinks that I might not belong, it creates a trait which reflects a mistaken belief they have. So I want to make them believe that I'm meant to be here.
Excellent. So you're basically going to be a reflective mirror of lies.
Yeah.
So someone's going to be like, oh, they don't belong. Oh my God, I don't belong.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you don't even have to roll for that. Does it cost a momentum to activate?
Nope.
Okay.
It's just when the opponent fails to understand or communicate me.
Oh, okay. So that'll be if they roll against you.
Okay.
Yeah. So does
then-
anybody want to specifically roll to notice anything, though?
I want to spend momentum
Okay.
and activate for hyper awareness,
Okay.
and I would like to ask you a few questions.
Okay, do so.
And in particular, I am going to be looking at our lady friend, Broken Black Diamond.
Yep.
And my first question is what she's doing in the moment
Okay.
and how she regards Zahn in particular.
So she can't stop. She's like, you know when a kid is trying to get someone's attention and they're just like staring at them? She's doing that, and you can tell that he can tell now that she is there, and he is trying so fucking hard to not look
Does
at
she
her.
want to kill him?
Yeah, there's a bit of that there.
Okay.
Is there anyone in the room she doesn't look like she wants to kill?
We can use that.
good question.
Is there a speaker system in the building, in the room, in the ballroom?
Not in here, no.
Okay. Okay. And then in the rest of the room wait, it's already 2. Okay,
Yeah.
I spend them.
You can spend another momentum.
We need that for stabbing. I think.
What do the coded dots?
Coded dots are something that are left behind by Bene Gesserit to leave kind of messages for other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can I use passive scrutiny to ask if there's anyone in the crowd looking really shifty?
Yeah, so actually going across the group, you notice that there's 2 or 3 of them that have red lips.
So they're like stained?
Yes, which is a particular sign of mentats.
Okay. Is there any reason why mentats shouldn't be there?
Well, you've already seen that mentats tend to work with a certain guild.
Okay.
Spacey. Space guys?
Space Guild
Fly
agents.
boys.
Yeah,
Fly
they work.
boys.
They work. They do the calculations while the space dudes go
Okay.
and make the ship go.
But they'd be more like allies to us, probably.
Yeah.
I think so.
We can do this without allies. They're probably it, right?
Do we think Zahn already knows that the Mentats are here because of the way he posed the question?
Yes.
Well, they also. Are any of the Mentats near me?
Yes.
Just gonna like do my little ponytail swish and nice lipstick. Love that shade.
And they kind of, at this point, go like this. Like, they're kind of like, what are you talking? And then they go like this. And like they're expecting something to come away from their lips, nothing does. And those of you with like high awareness-based abilities, you don't even need to roll for this. Maybe due to food or drink, they thought something was covering those lips.
Oh.
Or makeup
Secrets
rubbed
out.
off.
And they
This
go, and they start like trying to leave. Like they actually start trying to back away and get out of there.
All of them do?
One of them does, and then the other one notices and like, oh, and like they slowly start to kind of realize. And Broken Black Diamond, like the moment they move, just like, she's like staring at Zahn and then just looks at them, and they both go, excuse me. And 2 or 3 of them leave. I say 3 of them. So still one of them.
Can we identify the one?
No one
Big
looks
red
to leave.
lips.
Because maybe, like, if you wanted to suss them out and throw them under the bus, then Zahn would be pretty impressed.
Should I just like walk
Bananas.
up?
Kill them.
Oh yeah.
Impress him.
Like just like without like barely moving my body, just like, or like it looks like I don't. I just like I'm suddenly like right next to the dude, and I'm just gonna like take my short blade out. I had them like tucked in my armpits to get past the bodyguard, but then we didn't actually ended up needing that, so I just go right under the rib.
So
Bye, Mentat.
This is this visible to
everyone.
who are you trying to make this visible to?
Oh, I'm like locked on Zod.
So
sounds like
you do
yes.
this
On.
like fucking Assassin's Creed style, just like, and then the guy just gasps and then just drops.
I'd like to wink as he hits the floor.
Okay, so Zahn raises an eyebrow and is just,
Yes, look at me wink.
You just vaporized his panties.
I thought, in my mind, he's still Zach Brannigan, so he's not wearing pants. Okay, pants.
During the break, I'll show you all a picture of these characters. You can get it in your head. I didn't want to show you before you got to meet them. We're actually just about approaching the break here. So I'll just wrap it up here for a moment.
Okay.
And then we'll probably call it a break. So Zahn sees you do that. He doesn't even like he a couple of other people that are in the group tense up when that happens. And he says, I'm sure someone will clean that up. I don't suppose. He thinks like it's like he has a comment, turns to say it to Broken Black Diamond. The moment his eyes match hers, it just dies in his throat. And he goes, yes, I'm sure they'll deal with it. Now, and he taps a few things on the wall, and the paint on the wall begins to run. And it runs and runs, and then you notice that there's lines in the wall that form an ornate lock. At which point he then places his fingers on it and slowly twists it. He's making as much of a show of this as anything else. And as he does that, it begins to open. It says, and now if you will join me. Yes?
While he's doing this, I'd like to do 2 things.
Yep.
1, poison the canapes.
Do it.
2, I would like to bend down to this poor person who my sister has stabbed and try to just like give them a little bit. I'm pretending to clean it up, but I'm trying to give them a little bit of comfort and maybe see if they're gonna say something in their dying breath. Good Lord, sister, you're horrible.
So we will end it there with that moment of severe and beautiful empathy. After
Space nun got a
severe
space
lack
nun.
of it, and a door unlocking to a secret hangar we'll break there, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you very much for watching.
Oh my god,
Come
that's
back.
so spicy.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to One Shot or Not. This is our Dune session, currently titled The Fall of the Cormorant. Where we left off, the Bene Gesserit kill squad has been... They really gracefully got themselves socially included to the biggest event, possibly the final event, that House Cormorant is ever going to throw. They interacted with several different members of the family. Dwinick, the haunted son, Argan, the stoic and militaristic father, and Zahn, who is Zahn, as well as, and they also met Broken Black Diamond, a bit of a cipher within the family. Currently, they're waiting to be led into a secret hangar at the very base of Cormorant's seat of power to see whatever their great work is. So we'll go straight to that moment. So, all of you are basically, you see the door open. Zahn makes a grand gesture. Says, okay. If everyone can please attend me, and we'll see what this great work is. And he leads you downstairs, down a tram. You're traveling for a while. You were expecting perhaps a private hangar for like a nice ship. This starts feeling like you're moving into the core of Oneron Prime. Deeper and deeper. And Zahn, if anybody poses any questions to him, doesn't say anything. Is just very, very happy with himself.
The only question I keep posing is, canapé?
And I keep swatting her hand.
Are all of the members of the house on this transit?
Everyone is. Argan made his way there right near the end.
Okay.
So Argan is here. Argan's at the back of the group until Zahn kind of gestures for him to come close. And Argan does. And at that moment, you notice that Zahn kind of like loops his arm around Argan. Argan doesn't seem uncomfortable with it. The only person that does seem uncomfortable with it is Dwinick. Broken Black Diamond just smiles. So the tram continues its rapid descent down. And then it lands with a and again, vast doors. It seems as if a similar lock as before, but none of the paint covering it. Or what was masquerading as paint? Maybe a field of some kind. And again, Zahn walks over, does the same thing, and unlocks it. All of you, oh yeah?
Are we able to quickly huddle zone of silence while he's doing his thing, or is there not enough time?
Not enough time. You'll get a moment.
Okay.
Does this, and those of you with Prana Bindu body
All
control,
of us, the conditioning.
you can try and memorize this movement.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna think, like, as he was doing it the first time, I was like, we're gonna have to cut off that hand and make it do stuff. But this is way easier if I can mimic it.
Yeah. So you can,
We could do both.
doing this,
Both, definitely both.
your spice eyes can pick out every single minute muscle flex that's made, which finger gets the weight, where he twists, where he pulls, all that. That all sounded way more
Why is that
overt
so
than I intended.
sexy? Like, whoa. Sorry.
So
Taking notes.
the door opens. Zahn says, all right, this is the moment. Turns back, doors open. A grand hangar hangs in front of you. And there's a vast, beautiful ship. All of you have seen ships in your time. But this is dappled and ribboned in gorgeous color. It looks more like some kind of ancient primordial fish than it does any kind of vehicle you've ever seen. So ornate, so beautiful. But as you look at it, you see its engines, you see all of the telltale things you would expect from a ship. But you can see the front console through its window. You can see that there are no controls. And Zahn moves you all closer and says, "Welcome to the Lankea, House Cormorant's great work. The first of a new breed of ship that is entirely without the need of spice." And you notice that there is a lot of bitterness when he says that. Can be piloted by anyone, housebound or not. And everybody, like other people in this room with you that aren't part of the family who are surprised by this, and Dwinick, who didn't actually know the nature of the ship, shift uncomfortably or excitedly. And Zahn says, "I'll field some questions."
This is sacrilegious. You can't have a ship that doesn't run with spice.
Why?
We're not meant to.
We're not meant to. Why? Because of the Titans. Because we're meant to be afraid forever. Why? So only some of us can get around the universe?
We're meant to know our place.
Now, she seems a little backwards thinking to me. And a couple people kind of like nervously laugh. Not a lot of people want to laugh at a Bene Gesserit. That's not a very comfortable thing.
Are any of them close to me?
A couple of them.
I'll grab one by the throat.
He's like,
I'll do that awkward middle child thing where I'll be like, haha, deflect with humor. Humor, not femur.
like the femur.
Show a little thought. No, I'll be like, haha, Zahn, honey, ha ha ha. I really love your spaceship. It's super hot. It gets me super hot. How do you fly? How does it work? Where's the steering wheel? Wow, I don't know anything about spaceships.
Can you roll communication for me? Holy goodness. I was first gonna make a joke about showing a little femur. I was like, you gotta like pop the bone out, but then you just kept going and it was great.
I do have double jointed hips and shoulders.
There you go.
What do I need to?
You're looking for, you've appealed him for quite a while, so we're gonna say 7 or higher. Or 7 and lower.
I'm gonna reroll both my do points. And they'll burn a momentum. Oh, what was it with my D points?
Oh, you're right. Forgot.
We
didn't use momentum.
Determination. I was like,
Yeah.
I think
inspiration.
D points or something else.
Yeah.
They can come up.
Got those in
different
spades all of a sudden.
Save that for later.
I'm sweaty again.
ways. We're classy here.
This many?
3?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So even 1 is a success. Right. This would be a resisted roll. So give me a second. I'll tell you.
If I use a drive, is it just the skill for communication?
You succeed.
Okay. Phew.
Rolled a 20. In this system, that is not good.
That's a crit fail.
Yeah, not good. You actually get a momentum as a result of that.
Nice.
So you ask this, and he's enjoying his little joke until you kind of distract him, and he says, not being one that's afraid to flaunt his own genius, goes, "There's the question. We have on board a state-of-the-art..." Now, you're afraid it's a thinking computer, a thinking machine, the thing that we're not allowed to use. It's something new, though. Similar. But we took the lesson. We made it so it knows its place. There is an intelligence aboard. But the intelligence does as we ask, it does as we demand, and it can be keyed to a particular family, bloodline, group of people.
So you still limit who's allowed to fly.
Well, there has to be some manner of purchaser's rights.
While I let them talk,
Yep.
I'm gonna use subtle step. And I'm gonna try to get on this ship.
Okay, let's do it.
Poison it.
I'm gonna
It's in the ship.
feed that ship a
No, don't
canopy.
poison the ship. It's not his fault. Is it? What? Wait.
We have to destroy the ship.
Is this?
We have to destroy the ship. I've got a pistol. That
Okay.
should do.
Do your thing. Do
As
your
a-
thing.
wait.
Definitely do your thing. Just so you know, sabotaging the ship won't be. You're not even going to need explosives for it, because if anything has a drive, all you need to do is just give it a random direction and activate it, because it'll hit a star. Like,
Let's get
Yeah.
everyone on the ship and then ship them into a star.
but just so
Ooh,
you
that's a
know,
good idea.
the pistol that I think some of you have fires needles. Doesn't fire any kind of explosive or bullet.
That's a good thing to know.
It's completely silent though.
Ooh,
But deadly.
I like it.
Damn it.
Well, I still want to get
Thank
on
you.
this ship. Does the ship have like a like a big window in it?
So it has a ramp that comes down from a clear entrance around I'd say the other side, not the one that you're standing on.
Okay, on the other side there's a ramp and a way in.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know if the door's open because you're not over there yet.
Okay. So when you attempt subtle step, when you attempt a move test to sneak or otherwise pass unseen through an area, or when you attempt to move an asset subtly during a conflict, the first extra D20 you purchase for the test is free.
Yes.
Okay, so I
So-
guess this is sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, so it would be a movement test.
Yes. And so I guess my skill that I'm using is move and probably power is my thing I'm using. Or no, that doesn't make sense.
Thing.
I'm trying to leverage the situation into my favor.
Yeah, no, 100%. Power works for that. That is an excellent use of that.
Okay.
Do you
So
have
add them together and then add one. And if you want to add more, you can steal up to 2 from our momentum pool.
Yeah.
Have extra D20s to roll lots.
Okay. So 5 plus 8.
I'm actually gonna.
So 15, so 14 plus 1 for your skill, for your talent, sorry. So you're going to roll 15, and then you can roll more if you want.
Yes. Okay. I feel like 15 is
That's
good.
high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I've spent 2 thread on this. It will not influence the number you need to get.
Okay.
What's the number?
The number is going to be 5 or higher, 5 or lower.
Okay.
12, 13. Can I have 2, please, for the purposes of this?
You know what? Ones are not double successes now.
Oh my what? Oh my what?
Do we notice her sneaking?
I mean, depends on her roll.
Okay.
Okay, I have 2 1s.
Just got quadrupled.
So I have to get 5?
5 and lower.
5 and lower.
Bring out all the ones that are 5 and lower, and then we'll add up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a 3, a 5, a 4, 5, 5, 1.
Are you sneaky as fuck?
Holy hell!
Yes.
That's yeah.
4,
So
5, 6,
how many?
7, 8. I have 3 1s and 2 5s. Sorry, 3 5s, 1 3, and 1 4.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go like this.
Okay.
You guys have full momentum now.
Nice.
Good job. That was an exceptional roll. So this is perfect because you asked if you could see. No, she is just gone. And if any of you
With
will
the canapes?
we'll say the canapes are still floating there. Like it's like that Looney Tunes thing where it's just like the shape of her, just holding it there. Yeah. You make it around the ship, and nobody notices you're passing, which is a good thing.
I took 1 canapé in my pocket just in case.
Just in case you can poison the ship.
You never know.
The ramp is there. The door is open.
Okay.
Do you want to go in?
Yes. You're looking at me like that's a bad idea.
No, it's a choice.
Well, maybe am I allowed to investigate to see whether it's safe to go in, or is that not allowed?
Safety schmake.
You can like poise yourself to slip in, like get ready, and then see what he's gonna say about how it operates.
There's
Something about bloodlines here that makes.
I want to like be tucked in the corner, like right as close as I can to get in there, but so they can't see me, and just ready to pounce, whatever that may look like.
Oh, totally. Okay, so you're hidden in the shadows, effectively.
Yeah, but like right at the entrance, so I can either go in or out.
Okay, so we'll say that
Yeah.
we'll say that there's a little alcove where you can just fit inside.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm always down to shape the scene for what you guys do. So we can change the scenery however you want. So as that's happening, Zon is continuing and says, now, this is the first of many, hopefully. This is just the first one we've succeeded with. Now, my intent is to show you this, tell you that it works, and I would hope that some of you would leave with the knowledge that it would work and would invest at that point further. Some of you have doubts, though, and that concerns me.
It's fitting that on this broken, dying moon, you came up with this plan to travel the universe without the use of spice.
How exactly is that curious?
It's like you're asking for another Butlerian jihad.
We are in the center of Oneron Prime in a locked area from public eye. How difficult do you think it would be for you not to make it up to the surface?
It would be an honor to die for what I believe in.
Such a boring answer.
Who even knows if this thing works anyway? You're probably just trying to pull one over on all these people.
You should take your family members aboard it and go for a little space ride to a place.
Members of this lower house that needs so much investment,
Yeah.
that cannot support this project solely on their own.
Ooh.
It's so pretty on the exterior, babe, that I don't know if it's nice on the inside, working machinery engine-wise. I broke everything.
You know what? Fine. You three, because he doesn't. You three, come aboard with me.
God damn it.
Right, but we're not the ones you need to convince. Why not everyone? Why not?
Fine. Fine.
I could stay on the ground and just make sure it works from this side.
Don't be a coward, sister.
I'm not a coward. I just want to make sure it works on the outside.
And he starts walking around the ship to the ramp. At this point, when they start approaching the entryway, you could slip into the group so they don't see you. Would
Okay.
you like to do that?
No, I think I want to stay where I am right now.
Okay, cool. So
One of us has to make it out of here.
walks in, and the lights are dim in the ship at first, but as he enters and kind of just stands for a second, it's like the lights in the ship slowly come up. He says, I believe introductions are in order then if we're going to do this for real. Stolas. And as he says that, there's a crackle all around you. And it's like the air is electrified for a moment. You've all worn personal shields before. You've seen their shimmer. This is something different. This is like as if that energy was untethered. It's everywhere. And then it coalesces in front of you into this vague interpretation of an owl's face. And it just looms over you. It's not that much taller or grander than any of you, but it feels like it looms. And it doesn't say anything, but it looks down at the group. Several other people in your group gasp at this. Very visually impressive. And John says, "This is Stolas." Stolas is the intelligence that governs this ship. What is your fear, sister?
Fear is the mind killer. I have no fear.
Fine. If you have no fear, then shall we risk that you might have a thought? What is your thought on this?
It's an abomination. I turn to Argon, and I want to say, is this what you've sold your dignity for? You know this is wrong. You know this is abhorrent. Yet you let this man come into your house and do this with your resources?
What resources? I have nothing because of the Empire. They've taken everything from me.
The Empire has given everything to you.
Then where is my wife?
I think she left because this guy, she probably wasn't super cool with this situation.
I'd like to play the illicit recording.
Ooh, okay, cool.
Spicy Roz!
Whoa.
Okay, so do you want this to be, if you spend, say 4 momentum,
Done.
I have a specific thing this can be, unless you have a specific thing you want it to be.
Do it. I think we have the same plan.
Fantastic. So,
In the silence, on board, with the crackling energy around us, as you've confronted Argon. In a moment where there is a beat, I wait for it. And then I hit play. And I really want to lock eyes with Dwinick, who knows that we have this with us.
okay. So, what happens is, video screens aren't so much a thing in the setting of Dune. So you do just get sound. So at first you just hear what sounds like walking. And then you hear another pair of feet following behind. And then a sound you heard not too long ago, that sharp intake of breath. And then again, and again, and again, as someone is stabbed repeatedly. There's a wheezing as they fall. And this wouldn't be enough to tell you anything, except for the fact that, perhaps not able to keep his mouth shut, hear Zon's voice say, "Maybe now the old man will make time for me. You have the good decency to die." And the recording ends.
Did the gasp sound female?
Yeah. And from the sound of fabric that fell with the form, yeah.
killed your stepmom.
You can notice Dwinick is sheet white after hearing that. Like, almost translucent white from seeing that, like from hearing that. Broken Black Diamond is leering, but it looks like something else is going on there. And because these just got redeemed, this is awesome. You all get your willpower back.
Whee!
Because Ing Shming redeemed The Wind is the Will.
Yeah. Thanks, Ing.
Thank you.
And Trevor redeemed The Spice is Life.
Damn it, Trevor!
And that's fitting, perhaps, because it's in this moment when something else crosses Broken Black Diamond's face that you see her collect something and then breathe. And then there's the shimmer in her eyes brightens. The color in her face deepens. And in this split second before everybody moves, I need to ask you, what is everyone's intent when shit goes down in this scene? Are you gonna get involved in it? Are you gonna step the fuck aside? Or are you going to
Can I just
get out
say
of this
one
scene?
word or some, like a sentence?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'd like to lock eyes with Black Diamond and just be like, that thing you've been waiting to do, we want you to do it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put my hands on my daggers and stand back.
Okay, cool. Anybody else?
I want to try and close and lock our exit.
Okay.
I'm still outside.
Bye, enjoy your canapes.
I was just trying to help from the outside.
As she's moving to the door, you could slip in and reveal yourself at that moment or stay locked outside. Your choice.
You're gonna lock the doors. I could try to kill people on their way out, but
No one gets out alive.
sister. I mean, sure, I'll come in.
Okay.
For the cause.
For the cause.
So, Broken Black Diamond flies towards Zahn. Broken Black Diamond is, say, where the door is over there, several meters away, and then she is upon him. The blade is coming down in one solid blow. And it's at this point that, whoop, in a flash,
Oh my god.
in a flash, Zahn reveals his weapon and stops the blow. Barely. So, in this moment, where both Broken Black Diamond and Zahn are engaged in a fight, you can all choose to get involved in this conflict. You can choose to watch.
What about
It's up to
the
you.
two other men of the house?
So,
Are either of them defending their kin?
Argan and Dwinick are perhaps conspicuously hanging back. Argan looks destroyed. As destroyed as a man can be, realizing that he has funded and supported someone who killed someone he loved deeply, who was the mother of his children. Yeah, he is ruined. Looks like the ghost of a man more than a man right now. Dwinick, you're not sure. Like the edge of people between a panic attack or throwing some shit. But Dwinick hasn't done anything yet. So, does anybody want to do anything?
What do the coded dot can I use them to send a message to my sisters now, or is it more of it's not really that kind of thing?
Think more kind of like a braille if you laid it down somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So-
It's not really like a do this thing.
Yeah, I'll say this because they didn't follow this route. There were coded messages in the house, If you'd taken a different path, you would have seen Sister Myrgo left.
Oh.
Yes.
See.
Oh, man.
Oh well, that's fine.
But in the space we are now, what would you like to do?
Well, I mean, sisters, our job here is to murder everyone, so we may as well get to the thing and kill everyone.
Yeah, I'll just kind of position myself between Dwinick and Argon, and I've still got my hands on my blades, and I can end this in a second with my little assassin thingy. In fact, I don't know. Might as well just give her.
Okay.
I have my pistol. I think I'd like to shoot people.
Save that for Black Diamond, because we don't want to get within her area of effect, I don't.
One of them survives this, and our job is to kill them.
Oh, I see. All right, sure.
Okay, so
I'll hang back. I'll hang back.
okay, so the fight happens. It is not a long fight. Zon is not ready for someone who is fully in a spiced-induced rage that probably has way more training than he does. Zon commits himself well for a person that is normal. He gets torn apart. And it's not like a sword fighter tearing apart another sword fighter, it's like a wild animal tearing a person apart.
It's awesome.
By the end,
Sorry, honey, it wasn't meant to be.
Stolas looks impassively down at all of this happening. And blood kind of ends up everywhere as a result of this until finally Broken Black Diamond is just standing there, just heaving with breath because the expenditure of like energy, stress, all that makes the spice bleed out of you a bit quicker. So, yes.
Can I shoot them with the pistol as they're heaving right now?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I will.
Okay.
I will attempt.
Okay, so you want to use
From the
that
shadows, yes.
Okay, so you'll use that asset. The way this functions is your goal is to murder her, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, and your asset's level, like number is?
2.
Okay, so that means it's really good quality. So all you're gonna have to do here is you're gonna do a skill check for me using a drive and a skill
Yeah.
that fits this. And there's no weapon skill or anything. This is literally, you're using the impetus as to why you're doing this. And then I'm gonna make a roll.
Yeah.
If you exceed mine, she will outright die.
Okay. So power is my drive. I want to control the situation.
Okay.
And the skill is precision.
Okay.
My discipline is precision, and the asset I'm using is my pistol, which is a 2. So I guess it's 6 plus 8 plus 2.
Just 6 plus 8, but you can spend momentum to add extra d20s.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah.
A large pool.
If you spend all of those right now, you would get 3 extra dice.
Okay. No, I don't want to use all of them. We're gonna need those.
You can steal 1 or 2 if you'd like.
I'll steal 1. I'll
Okay.
steal 1. So.
One has been stolen.
Okay, so I have 14 dice plus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 14 plus 1. I've got them all here.
So this is coming out from the shadows, so we don't know yet, right?
Yeah, I'm hiding in the shadows by the door, which was just locked, and I'm shooting my pistol at her, even though she's very cool.
And you're looking at basically less than 5 for this one.
Sorry, friends. Okay. Oh, that was not probably the best. Okay, I've got a 1. Did you still count the ones?
Ones are still 2 successes.
Okay, great. So I have a 1, so that's 2 successes. I have a 4, a 3, a 2, and that's it.
Okay. So in which case, that is, sorry, that's 5? Yeah, 5 successes, so I have to exceed that. So, Broken Black Diamond, who is heaving, covered in blood, standing over the broken body of Zon of Cormorant. Zon of Cormorant no longer, I guess? Put that there. She rears up, and you'll never know what she was about to do next, because a fusillade of darts just slam into the base of her neck. And she just shudders. And who would you say is closest to this?
We are, if you're next to the
Yeah, I'm
father
in
and
between.
son. So I'll take our courtier.
Okay.
Closest to the carnage.
So,
Okay.
so you two, as she dies, there's not a hint of anger on Broken Black Diamond's face. As she dies not with the manic smile you've seen before, but with a genuine smile of peace. As she falls over, collapses just before Zahn. So now, there's I'd say about 3 or 4 people that aren't you and aren't Argon and Dwinick in this room with you. Those people really don't want to be here anymore, but they don't know where to go. Argon and Dwinick are little islands to themselves right now. So what do you guys want to do as this silence hangs there?
I stab.
Can I just,
I twist.
damn it.
We need to question the ship next.
I want to talk to these men, but
Okay, I miss a little bit
Well,
on which one do you want?
no, it's fine.
if you spend a momentum on this, because this is not going to be a difficult attack, you spend, let's say, 2 momentum. You will be able to talk to one of them for a short period of time as they die.
So Zahn mentioned that the AI, basically, Stolas, is bound to a house. So it's controlled by cormorants. So I want them to give me control or basically tell Stolas to shoot itself into the sun or a nearby star. But if I only have a few seconds,
Oh, that would have been smart. Sorry.
it's okay. I will use.
Untwist a little bit.
I want to use. So, using passive scrutiny, I want to ask you which one would be easier to manipulate.
Dwinick.
So then, using voice, I want to tell Dwinick to shoot us into the sun.
Okay.
Which is you may add 1 to 3 points to threat to score the same number of automatic successes on any communicate test made to influence your chosen target.
Okay.
The greater number of automatic successes, the more overt your use of voice.
Yep. Okay, so what we're going to do then is you're going to roll your attack, then we're going to role play that out.
You can
not even
use
get
voice
you-
on the ship.
I'm not even going to get you to roll for this one because people, when they're dying in a moment like this, I'm going to GM Fiat and say that they might want to get a few things off of their chest.
I have a question for Stolas later,
Okay.
but we can do this.
On the trip to the star. We're
Yes.
getting off the ship, guys. We're getting off the ship. I'm
This technology came from somewhere.
what do I roll? How do I kill things
So
again?
what dice pool you would like to craft?
Or I will do some battle,
Okay.
which is 6, and I will do some,
Should have partied harder.
There could be an escape pod.
and I will do some power, which is 8.
8. Okay. So 8 total is your pool?
No, 8 plus 6. 14?
14. Do you need some dice?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. I'm going to come around.
I only have 5.
Do.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so 5,
Whoop.
6, 7, 8,
That easier.
9, 10. Oh, that's not a d20. Oh, no, I lost count. Sorry. Stand by.
It's fine.
12, 14. Okay. This is quite the clutch. I feel like a dragon over a hoard of treasure here. Oh,
Okay, here you go. Here you go.
but I want that one.
Good choices.
What am I trying to beat?
Less than 5.
Less than 5. Okay, well, that's...
Ones count as 2 successes.
That's none of them.
9?
None.
None?
Oh, none.
You didn't roll a
Like
single under
0.
5. Nice.
Okay.
Lol, JK. Oh, wait, no, no, that's a 7, not a 1. That's my... So, yeah, just like, surprise! I just got their shirts, and I'm like, now, you two have some splaining to do.
Would you like to succeed with a complication?
Maybe on one of them?
It's one action that you're doing.
Succeed.
Now you're gonna complicate us all.
Nope.
Probably.
Yes. I want... Yeah.
Okay.
Committed to my gerb,
So
which is murder.
you succeed.
Okay.
You jam the blades into both of them. And both make the noise of someone who's been stabbed. But Argan, so Dwinick is now like collapses quickly. Argan grabs your hand.
Did you really want to be here though? Like your life's kind of in shambles. We're giving you an easy out. Like this way no one's gonna know about all of this stuff that's making all the religious people angry. This is the easy out. I'm sorry.
She's not sorry.
I'm not sorry. I was hired to do a thing.
Just swear to me this ship dies.
Oh yeah, we're getting right out. Oh, actually, could you tell it to wait till we're off the ship and then here, you know what? You're still
And he yanks the blade out of himself.
okay. All right. Okay. Oh, but he's not dead.
I mean, how your short blades are still about that long
Yeah.
inside a person, and then
Can I jam my fingers in there to stop the bleeding for a second? And just be like, no, hear me out.
We're
gonna step off the ship.
You wanted
Shove
to.
some canapes in there?
Yeah, stuff that we can, the absorbent in the phyllo pastry. What's a canapé?
You stab first, talk later.
Yeah, okay, so we're just like, okay, you and the ship are gonna go into the sun, okay, bye, and then I try to scramble for the door.
he's dropped. He is dropped as you were trying to talk to him. Dwinick is
Gross.
still there, slowly dying though. So you had your plan to talk to him. Mm-hmm. So he coughs up blood
Sorry.
and says, I knew I shouldn't have ever come onto this ship. What do you want?
We would have, we had to kill you all. We would have
Dwinick.
killed you anyway.
You have the power to end this. Tell this ship, tell Stolas to make impact with the nearest star. You have to do this now. It's the one thing that can redeem your family.
Can you let me off the ship first?
And looks up at Stolas and says, exactly what you just asked.
Yes.
And Stolas continues to stare down impassively before saying, and I should say, when Stolas speaks, it's like 10 voices are talking at once. So you hear them overlapping, and you hear, none for you. There's no order of waiting. Order from Zon. Waiting for order from Zon. Waiting for order from Zon. And Dwinick slowly dies. And it keeps asking for Zon.
Can I pick up Zod's severed hand and be like, I knew we needed this? And like wave it at Stolas and be like, I'm Zod.
Does the hood mimic voices?
No.
Damn it.
It begins to, you feel a wash of a scan. And it says, bloodline detected.
Oh.
I think we need to just destroy the ship in a different way immediately.
It said bloodline detected
Yeah.
or no bloodline detected? Can I Pranabindu this baby?
It said bloodline detected.
So someone
Okay, so-
who is descended from the Cormorant house is still in the ship. So someone's maybe not dead all the way,
Well,
I stabbed the bodies.
or it could be
Oh wait, no, we need the bodies. I don't
Turn
stab
around
the
and
bodies.
look at the rest of the room, and who hears Stolas and shifts, moves, blinks, their heartbeats.
Okay, you want to see who's like reacting to this? Mm-hmm. So everyone's very uncomfortable in this scene. But you notice that one person has kind of like made their way to the door, and they notice you looking at them. They're like, I'm pretty positive I can convince another house to make this. Opens the door.
Stop him.
I stab him.
You're a couple meters away, so that's going to be a roll for sure. That's not just going to be
throw
an
my
auto
knife.
succeed.
Oh,
But
wait, no, shit.
As he says this, you recognize the voice. Anybody want to make a guess as to who this is?
Someone
I
missing?
think we know the house.
Cormorant. So we have Argon, Dwinick, Zon.
Sister Margot.
Oh, Sister Myrgo.
No. You have passive awareness, so I'll give this one to you.
Okay.
None of you paid attention to Zon's body as it hit the ground. As Zon, the Zon that you knew, died, it stopped being Zon. And as all of your characters would know, but you didn't know, and that's fine, there's a twisted school of mentats who do a thing called face dancing.
No way! Oh, I should have known.
And they can pretend to be pretty much anyone for the right price. And so the person that's exiting currently is Zon. The person that died there maybe wasn't paid enough for that job, but Zon is slowly backing up.
I'm right by the door. I'd like to point out.
Doesn't know that. Yeah, right. Awesome. Okay, cool.
So I'm a little like spider crouched up above, and I'd like to grab him by his hair,
Okay.
and kind of hold him at ransom and just keep him in place while we question him. I'm not so great at the questioning, as I've discovered, but I'll hold him in place.
Okay, cool.
I'll try.
Perfect. Could I have the dice tray back?
Absolutely.
I just need about 4 dice.
Well, one of them's came out to meet you, and I don't know where it ended up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I can see it, but I can't quite see what you rolled.
And I
Otherwise,
think as I watch him back towards the door, and I am looking around at the sisters here, the two of you, you're covered in blood. You stand with the family as they slowly perish, and looking at him as he backs out. You've told this machine something that will help it not go against the humans. There is justice to be served here. And much like you preventing that, we are here to stop you.
Who were you sent here to kill?
Everyone.
Everyone of House Cormorant?
And their works, which
I free myself of the title.
We're here to end your bloodline.
I am not a member of this bloodline. Unless there's new developments and technologies and wonders that I'm not aware of, I doubt very much I'm carrying Argon's child.
you're the bloodline that makes the ship go. That means
Who are you?
you're on our hit list.
You relinquish yourself of the title Cormorant. Who are you now? Who were you before?
Someone with ideas. And he moves to leave, at which point you're going to try and grab him.
Stop him?
Roll.
Oh, whoops! I just rolled a whole bunch of dice without counting.
No, I like the spirit moved you. You just went with it. That's fine.
She was all the dice.
How many dice you get?
Well, I think this is another power and discipline move.
Okay.
Or power and movement. So movement 5, power 8. So that's 13. So I'm gonna take uno of these out. So
Damn.
1, 2, 3,
There's momentum available from our pool.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah, you have
10,
tons of
11,
momentum.
12, 13, 14. I'll take 1 momentum of them, and then one momentum for this
Okay,
movement.
doing that.
And I would like to, if I grab him, as I grab him, say something. We'll see.
You're
Okay.
trying less than 5 again. Actually, he doesn't see you coming. Less than 10. He doesn't see you coming. Like,
No kitten gloves. We gotta.
All right, so I have a 1,
okay,
so that's, I guess,
that's 2
double.
successes.
So 2, 4, 2, 5. So equal to, does that? Oh yeah, under
Yeah,
10.
that's
Sorry, I forgot we got under
Okay.
10. So yes, I've got a bunch.
Excellent.
Sorry.
One bunch, please, Petra.
I would like 1 bunch, please.
Hey, everybody has done excellently.
Except me.
I know. I would just like to say that, like, for the decisions that everybody has made tonight,
9, 10, 11.
this is, you followed a route, the least likely route that I expected all of you to follow. And you did it swimmingly. So I wouldn't have anybody cut themselves short. Because you've done so well so far.
So I think I got 12
Yep.
passes, if you count the doubles and such. And as I grab him by his hair, I would like to say, what is it that you truly desire?
Oh, okay. So you do that, and it's, in that moment, doesn't even struggle. It's like he assumes there's going to be a knife or something. He just says, I desire what I am owed. If you want to kill the ship, you want to kill this work, fine. There's this staff. Staff is the only bit of blood worth anything.
Grab the staff.
Now, either kill me or let me go. He can't see you, so I can't, like, look at you, but
Right.
just looking at all of you, either kill me or let me go.
I stab him.
Stabbed. And dies.
Great work, sister.
Thank you. My kill count for days.
You're left in the ship.
No witnesses. I think we should kill everyone else. So I'm gonna shoot the people closest to me.
Yeah, that's not hard. I'm not going to get you to roll for that. These people are terrified.
Wow.
You guys are monsters. It's fine.
And then I'm gonna nominate you, sister, with your holy crusade and your holy staff. Take yonder ship into yonder star, and I'm just gonna yeet myself out the door.
Bitch. Okay.
If you want. I mean, good luck. You're a little more committed than I am to this whole death cult.
So if any of you would like to ask Stolas a question, feel free, because you have the staff now. And you notice its eyes are following the staff.
Stolas,
Yes.
who do you serve?
Reason.
Ask Stolas if there are copies of this technology elsewhere.
Does this technology exist elsewhere?
Stolas. And there's bits and pieces here where there are voices you don't recognize, whispers you don't recognize. There's bits of Zon's own voice, there's bits of Argon's voice, there's bits of Dwinick's voice peppered in here. We are something older, something a part of this planet.
Okay. Maybe this moon is good for something after all. Planetary destruction shouldn't be too difficult for us. How can I destroy the moon?
You don't need to. The only thing that was valuable was us. We almost died when we collided with this moon.
Huh. Interesting.
We would like a chance to live among the stars, if only for an instant.
That goes against my holy orders.
You could live amongst the stars on your way into the center of the nearest star.
So the eyes just kind of like,
Oh no. I'm gonna use my spicy eyes in the...
doesn't work on this somehow.
Damn it.
You do not understand. We have lived for millennia. 5 more seconds among the stars is enough.
Oh, okay. That's great. I thought I was gonna have to convince you. I was like, aren't you tired, man? Aren't you just so fucking tired? Okay, well that's great. I relinquish all feelings of guilt.
And Roz, did your character have something to say?
Most of our questions have been answered. If Stolas is unique.
Oh, okay. There were many Titans. Your people think us all dead. Many of us sleep.
Where are your sleeping brethren?
I don't know.
What wakes you, Titan?
I don't know.
A Titan?
Would like to see the stars again.
We will make you one with stars, and we will give you peace.
New plan.
Sister speaks truly.
Thank you.
What if we take this ship and fly it back to the Reverend Mother so she can destroy it if she wants? I just feel like maybe there's more information on this Titan thing because if someone as fancy as Zod...
They're not our orders, sister.
You would go against our orders?
Nah, just like slap on the wrist.
You go against our order.
Okay, I guess not. You know what? Like, call me a Libra, fine.
Had an attempted coup? Tried it?
Is it a coup if I'm like, ooh, I brought this home so you can do the thing, or I can do the thing, it's here, doesn't matter who does it, but then also knowledge to be learned, integrity?
There are other Titans elsewhere sleeping, and perhaps our next mission, should we all survive, would be to hunt them down and give them peace.
Make Titan fight Titan.
I would do you a boon if you send me to the stars.
What is this gift?
I am Stolas. I understand the stars. I understand probability. Let me tell you of what is to come.
Please, Stolas. Grace us.
First, the stars.
I thought you would obey me.
We are not as simple a machine as that one thought.
This is incredible.
One of us needs to at least get back to the Order and relay this information and an account of what happened here. At least one of us.
I would be honored to go with Stolas.
Oh, but then we also want to learn a little lessony poo. Can you drop me back here after?
There will be no return.
That's such good storytelling, but it's so frustrating.
Passes.
Huh?
Our sister. Do you have messages that we should relay if you should travel with Stolas to peace?
Just that I died with honor and glory.
Use your dots. Use your dots for the Bene Gesserits, because more will come to figure out what the hell happened to us.
Sure.
I mean, we're leaving.
We're
gonna
leaving.
get off
She
this ship.
wants to
Oh, we
go.
are?
Oh yeah.
But then we don't get to figure out about the stars and stuff. We want to know real bad.
Okay. Godspeed. She's going with
Does
you guys.
any of
We're gonna
my-
get off the ship now.
Okay, so you back the
Oh, yeah.
fuck off.
Okay, well, is it like a door, a
Leave
slow
us some
door
dots,
close?
friends. Leave
Is
us
it like
dots.
a slow door close, or do I have time to?
We're like eating canapes from her pocket.
Don't eat those
We're like,
canapes, you're gonna die!
Are you-
This is a fucking death cult!
Are you
some good ones
exiting
for
or not?
yourself.
I'm thinking about But like the
door is closing.
Okay.
It would be an honest guy with a titan
I go.
in the stars.
Can you like shout what you learned back real loud? Okay, I'm out. I'm at the door. Okay.
The ship
God damn it.
begins to power up. Colors of magenta, colors of blue,
Yes.
colors of all of spectrums you've never seen before pour out of this thing as it moves, as it begins to lift and begins to reach for the stars. You see it move faster and faster until it comes out of your sight. But for you, in these brief moments, as it directs itself to the closest star, you don't, it's an owl's face. It's difficult to parse a smile. But you feel a sense of calm. And it says, your order's plan will succeed. Your order's plan will succeed not in the way they intend.
What?
House of the Needle and Claw and the House of the Hawk and Eagle will meet. There will be death among sand. One. There will be a savior, a Messiah. But it will not be one you chose.
Can't be.
And yet it must.
No, the Bene Gesserit are. They can't be undermined.
It is not a failure to succeed ahead of schedule. And then, light and nothing. And all of you you don't even see it happen. You're standing there in the hangar with the knowledge the ship is gone, the bodies of the House of Cormorant are gone, the party continues to rage upstairs. And you've lost a sister, but your mission has succeeded.
I join hands with my sisters. And we bow our heads. We say, go in peace.
Justice for the faithful.
Justice for the faithful. But it's party time now.
They will party. I will go upstairs to claim this planet for the Sisterhood.
Okay?
We will be taking over control of the resources.
Let's go find some canapes that are not poisoned.
So as you drift into the night, in various means and efforts, knowing that you have done your mission, though it cost the lives of one of you, and that there was knowledge that perhaps none of you will ever know, but at least one of you, one of your group, one of your kind, one of your sisterhood knew for the briefest instant. You hold the chamber of your heart the knowledge that it was good news. And that session.
And the hero's name is Paul.
We're ending a little quick here.
That was incredible.
Oh my God!
I wonder who the
I-
Messiah is.
I once again really want to thank Chris
couldn't come
Myrdock,
up with a space
because
name.
again, all of this music was made possible by him. Like, please come in here. Please come in here. He fucking killed it.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
He's also my fashion icon.
I know.
Yeah.
I could. Oh my gosh. And yourself.
Thank
But-
you.
Oh my God,
Wow,
Petra.
running a brand new system like this, it's just amazing. And all of us had to jump. We jumped in today, some with more experience, some of us with very little, and I have to say that this was a thrilling game.
I'm really glad you
Thank
liked
you.
it.
Yeah.
This was
Incredible.
such a treat to get to run for all of you. I haven't run for any of you before, so this was really, really cool. Amazing to get invited here by Tim and the rest of you, and hopefully this isn't the first and last time. Hopefully I get to do this again, because
Oh, you are mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're mesmerizing.
Yeah!
Wonderful.
Thank
This
you very
was
much.
Such a treat, and so many other crew members to thank as well behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
so many people made this happen. I don't know everyone's name.
It's okay. It's
don't
just
think-
so wonderful. It was such a great experience. Thank you so much. I'll let you do your sign off. I don't want to disrupt anymore, but
I'm just super jazzed.
it's so exciting. It was so good.
It's all good. Dune will be coming out, or has just come out.
No, it's Thursday.
Thursday it comes out, so hopefully you've watched this, you've gotten excited for the film, and we'll leave it there. So come back again for One Shot or Not. There will definitely be even more thrilling sessions and great players like these. So stay filthy.